So it's absolutely crazy to think that we are just 1 week away from Doom Eternal. The wait is almost over. Patience is its own reward, as they say, but here's some brand new information about launch day. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Coffee and Doom and I hope you're having a great day so far. So we have some launch details on Doom Eternal, which came out just yesterday by id Software themselves on the Slayers Club, and we're just going to be going over them very briefly and giving you all of the information that you need to know before raising hell on March 20th. So it's almost time to raise hell in Doom Eternal, hell yes. To prepare you for the game's launch on March 20th, we want you to make sure that you're locked and loaded with our helpful launch guide of useful preload, unlock timing, and specification details. I can't talk today, for God's sake. So let's go straight into the preload timing. So digital preload is now available on Xbox One, so if you have pre-ordered it on Xbox One, you can preload it straight away. Digital preload will start 48 hours before Doom Eternal launches in your region on PlayStation 4, Bethesda.net and Steam, so both on PC. Preload date and time discrepancies are due to platform policy differences. So next Wednesday is going to be the time hopefully we'll be able to preload the game before it goes live on Friday, March 20th. And let's go into the launch unlock times on PS4. Doom Eternal unlocks at 12 AM midnight in your local time zone on March 20th. In North America, it will unlock at 12 AM midnight Eastern time on March 20th. On Xbox One, we'll have the game unlocking at 12 AM midnight in your local time zone. In North America, Doom Eternal will unlock at midnight Eastern time, and in Mexico, Doom Eternal will unlock at 1 AM on March 20th. Eastern time. So on PC, which applies for Steam and Bethesda.net, Doom Eternal will unlock for each territory below at the following times. So in Australia, New Zealand and Asia, it will unlock at 7 AM Pacific time on March 19th, which roughly translates to 12 AM Japanese Standard Time. I think that's the time zone, I'm not too sure. In Europe and the rest of the world, Doom Eternal unlocks at 4 PM Pacific time on March 19th, which in my time zone is going to be 12:01 AM. So it's going to be pretty much midnight on March 20th. In North and South America, Doom Eternal will unlock at 9 PM Pacific time on March 19th, 12 AM Eastern time. I'm not too sure what that time zone is, I'll put it down below. So for Stadia, I don't know who uses Stadia, Doom Eternal will unlock at 12 AM Eastern time on March 20th. Okay, so that's out of the way, let's take a look at the specifications. On PC, Ultra Nightmare settings. Now this is going to be like max of the max, absolutely nuts.wad specs that you're going to need to run this game on max settings. On PC, Ultra Nightmare settings, 2160p, 60 FPS, or 1440p for 120 frames per second. You're going to be needing 64-bit Windows 10, an Intel Core i9, 9K or better, or an AMD Ryzen 7 or better, 16GB of system RAM, an RTX 2080 Ti or a Ryzen 7 if you're on an AMD graphics card, and then 50GB of available space. And so for the recommended specs, this is going to be recommended specs to run the game as smooth as possible. So 1440p 60 FPS high quality settings, Windows 10, an i7 or better or Ryzen 7 or better, 8GB of RAM, a GTX 1080 or an RTX 2060 or an AMD Radeon RX Vega 56, or if you want to go for 1080p 60 FPS on high quality settings, you will need a GTX 1060, which is the card that I have, an Nvidia GeForce 970 or an AMD RX 480. On the GTX 970 only, set the texture quality to medium. And so we come to the minimum specs. This is going to be the bare minimum that you'll need. Windows 7 64-bit or Windows 10 64-bit, Intel Core i5 or better, or AMD Ryzen 3 or better, 8GB of system RAM, GeForce 1050 Ti, a GTX 1060, the 3GB variant, the GTX 1650, and then finally the AMD Radeon R9 290 or the RX 470, and 50GB of available hard drive space. And also a side note, HDR is available on PC. Here are the updated retail specs. There have been some adjustments made to the minimum and recommended specs that are listed on the packaging of Doom Eternal physical PC copies. Those changes are listed below. Removed Windows 8.1 as a supported operating system because it is no longer supported by AMD as of their most recent driver release. Windows 8.1 users with AMD GPUs will need to use the driver version 19.10.1 to run their game successfully. We've increased the resolution from 720p 60fps at low quality settings to 1080p 60fps at low quality settings, and have added in support for some 3GB and additional 4GB cards. Added current gen Nvidia GPUs that will also meet the minimum specific performance requirements. And also the recommended specs and all that fun stuff. I'll let you guys pause the video so you can check those out for yourself. An added Ultra Nightmare spec, we've added a maxed out spec for PC users. And here are the console features for the enhanced consoles such as the Xbox One X and the PlayStation 4 Pro. So Doom Eternal on Xbox One X will upsample to 4K from 1880p. The Xbox One X version of the game also supports HDR. And so for the PS4 Pro, Doom Eternal on PS4 Pro will upsample to 4K from 1440p. PlayStation 4 Pro version also supports HDR. Doom Eternal on Xbox One and Xbox One S will upsample to 1080p 60fps from 900p. The Xbox One S version of the game also supports HDR. PS4, Doom Eternal on PS4 will run at 1080p 60 frames per second. Us Xbox users, we're getting 900p, lucky bastards. The PlayStation 4 version also supports HDR. Oh, nice. And for Stadia, I'm not too sure if you guys are concerned about Stadia at all, so we're pretty much going to skip that. And account linking. Want to make sure your Slayers Club account is linked to Doom Eternal prior to launch to redeem your Zombie Slayer and any other skins? Visit the site down below and you can link your account to your Xbox, PlayStation or Steam accounts prior to launch day, and there's a little link down below. So that pretty much covers absolutely everything you need to know before jumping into Doom Eternal on March 20th. The preload times, the unlock times within your time zone, and also the PC specs. We are ready and it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to do my first impressions of the game, and it's going to be a huge video, so don't miss out on that, and also be sure not to miss out on the unboxing of the collector's edition. So if you guys enjoyed this video as I've enjoyed making it, please be sure to leave a like down below, it really does help me out a ton. And also be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss any videos that I've got planned in the future. And have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I'm Coffee and Doom, thank you so much for watching and for all of your support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.